You made it.
I made it.
All
Woo.
right.
Hi.
Cool. Well, let me tell you that I understand exactly what you are going through by being here because I have been going through such a learning curve myself. So I'll just kind of explain it to you this way.
Sure.
I had three gigantic meetings yesterday. Every one of them was hugely important. So I'm a total student just like you.
That's
And it's
good.
hard. I get it. And so I'm going to be very sympathetic to you because I'm going to be sympathetic to me. I know what I'm going through. So first of all, we had a great meeting with my friends at Oxford. It was pretty mind-boggling. Everything we hoped and dreamed would happen happened, and our invitation is for the 27th. Um, to work with the world's foremost business strategist in the world. And we're going to go over to Oxford and we're going to, with my friend who is my neighbor. So we're going to have a blast. We're going to go over, we're going to take pictures. We're going to be like in the Harry Potter rooms at Oxford and stuff. And it's going to be just mind boggling for me. Okay. A
What's
total
the objective? Like, what do you,
turning Lafayette into the hub of AI, and
okay.
that's really the plan. So the objective is to ask 52 MBA, EMBAs actually, so people who have like 20 years of experience in industry and are getting their MBA now. So we're going to ask them, we're going to present the problem, the challenges of turning Lafayette into the mecca of AI and get 52 responses from world-class MBAs about what they recommend we do. So
Hmm.
that was pretty darn big, okay? A lot to digest, but
Yeah.
also a lot to clarify, huge clarification. One of the things that they really like is my concept of value comparison storytelling for value creation marketing. So you actually add value with your stories. So that's going to be one of the key hubs of what we are talking about. So that stirred in my mind a value comparison story for you and everybody else is to look at our meetings here of storytelling daily as a procedure every day to start your day with a procedure of storytelling daily. And I think the best way to do it is to start with your existing story first and start to launch it in multiple ways, sharing it out and then getting reaction and then fine tuning it after you start to share it. Just get it out, get it out, get it out. Almost like preparing every day for a business flight. Like if you were a business person and every day you had to take a Southwest flight out to a destination,
Right.
that's what you want to do is you want to launch your story out, but you want to prepare yourself for a business day every morning and your story for a business day every morning for your launch. And then what is going to come back to you in terms of meetings or new things or whatever the next step. Speaking of which, I want to start by your presentation on camera. You have, in my opinion, too much headroom. So if you could tilt your camera a little bit forward so you have a little less space and
Like this?
yes, so there's a little more you presence.
Okay.
I don't want you down in a hole looking up. I want you
Okay.
as the center stage star, okay?
Good. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
That's
So
good. I just made this little desktop thing. I was just
it's
playing around with it yesterday when we couldn't get on. I was on. I'm like, oh, I want to improve my thing. Is that okay, or do you think I should do
yeah, you
something more
look great.
professional?
A little less headroom, even so. I really want you center stage because you are really the story. So if you could tilt it just a little bit more, maybe there. Okay, that looks pretty good. About that. Okay,
Okay.
around that every day. Okay, cool.
That's good to know.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're going to be presenting this on YouTube every day. Okay. And so you will always be on YouTube. So you always want to look, as good as you can or be off camera. So if you just can't look good, just don't have your camera on.
Do you think I should like wear I mean, I literally could just throw on a work shirt,
Well, you know what I do?
before.
I have a cover shirt like this that I could throw on over my pajamas, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I literally treat my office like a TV studio so that every day I have stuff I can just grab in a heartbeat. A hat. I love women in hats, by the way. But so you can do a hat, show some cover on that's generic. Then in
Okay.
2 seconds you can grab it. You don't have to do as little preparation as you can, but you also want to prepare for that business day. So
Okay.
from the moment this meeting ends, you are ready to go. Before anybody else is ready, you are on top of your game. You are set. Coffee, news, everything you're good to go.
Okay.
So what I came up with value comparison is really, and it's a beautiful thing because of my wife and her being in the airline industry. In many ways, the broadcast industry and the airline industry are similar in that they are set procedures. Time is important. You have to be on time in the right place, the right da da da. So there's a lot of great similarities to getting ready for a flight. And it's your payload. I thought of that this morning. I thought, oh, that is so good. Deliver your payload. What's going to get you paid? You want to deliver your payload every day, which is your story. Okay. And you want to deliver it out, but you also can target it. So we're going to talk about those things, and I'm going to do a little story sharing. But I realized that the AI Super Campus is true for you and me. I am also a student, as I always say. So I also went to a course in a thing that you don't know about yet, I don't think, called the Great Discovery. Have you ever heard of that?
I've just seen it on your campus and haven't delved
Okay.
into it very much, but
Okay.
what
I would
yeah.
look at it as kind of aspirational for you. I think you have to have two prerequisites before you would be ready for it, but there's a lot of really great coaching in there. And I'm going to be using all of the courses as part of the Super Campus because I'm a member. I'm a lifetime member. And I can upload unlimited courses. It's a course platform, so it's for learners, it's for a lot of things. But I think that it's up a level. It's not for everybody yet, and where I want to help people. So I'm using that. So the course I went to yesterday was about how to maximize, how to launch a YouTube channel. Well, there were a lot of things, even though my YouTube channel is launched, there were a lot of things I learned that
Hmm.
I have to go back and kind of, fix things that I didn't, you can launch a YouTube channel, you can launch it right or wrong. So I think I launched mine not in an optimized way. So this course was all about really optimizing YouTube, and it was beautiful,
Hmm.
really helpful because I work with Grow with Google AI, and part of that is a YouTube launch and YouTube channeling. So, and it's important for a lot of things important for you in that course because I want you to look good on YouTube when you're on with me, and I want to do the work on YouTube, which I can share with the Super Campus and maximize what we're doing there on YouTube. So that was a big one. Um, and then yeah, that so I'm going to develop. I don't know how many parts it'll be. Might be five, six, seven. Not sure. I want to keep it as small as possible. A sequence, a daily checkpoint sequence of number one, do this. Number two, do that. Number three, do that. Boom, 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 boom. Like getting ready for a flight. Check your looks, check your overnight bag, And what is your payload? Is it something that is a product that is in your bag? Is it something that is in your laptop? Is it something that is on your phone? What is your payload that you are going to launch, through your daily stories, daily meeting, and really building out your brand as being top of mind and memorable. So that was important. And I really like that. I'll be creating those videos. I've got the perfect procedure to do that.
Okay.
Then the next meeting was uh, a higher level. So the way I look at it is it's story sharing daily, and it's also and that's actually a website I bought and coined and made part of the AI Super Campus. And then the third part is market expansion. So once you get parts 1 and 2 down, and those are working, then you go, wow, this is people are responding. It's routine. It's happening. I'm growing. I'm recruiting realtors underneath me, whatever I want to do. And now I'm ready for expansion. Well, I've got things for expansion, but I like to get people squared away with their foundation first before we move into market expansion. Market expansion, just so you know, because I also, of course, want referrals from you, just so you know that if you meet with somebody that goes, I really want to get into, I want to launch an agency or I have an agency. Well, I've got a guy that is partnering with me who is for a really cool approach to having a marketing agency that for really top of the line individuals that you may be, you may want to treat yourself almost like your own agency, for really having all of the tools. So everybody's a little bit different, but it's nice for me to have everything. I would
Yeah.
I would look at the Great Discovery and you might have a team, that, hey, the office gets together and acts like an agency. Uh, I I I really look at the Great Discovery as an amazing opportunity for life in the age of AI. It's based on a thing called Six Sigma. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. Six Sigma is considered, created by Dr. Michael Harry, considered one of the top business innovations in the last 100 years. And it is used by top corporations to enhance their overhead massively. Well, the fourth generation of Six Sigma is currently used by the Navy SEALs, and it's a real, but like my friend, not cool, is my neighbor with MBA. Um, he's a black belt in Six Sigma. That it goes up like belts, levels like that.
Hmm.
And the Great Discovery is the fourth generation of Six Sigma. He wanted to release Six Sigma to the public, and make it for everyone to change the way you think and act in your life. And so his wife, Dr. Sandra Harry, who's a friend of mine, um, when he died, she took over his mission to take it to the public
Hmm.
as the Great Discovery. So for me, the Great Discovery for you is, where do you want to go? That's our Great Discovery together, to figure out exactly where Stephanie Maroney's destination, and how do you want to get there? Because everybody's different. Some people want to drive, take a bus, fly, whatever. And so, LinkedIn is very different than Facebook, very different than Nextdoor. They're all different ways to get there. Because, in some destinations you have to fly, then take a bus, then take a car,
Right.
So
And I would guess that it's not just, what it's the person, it's the nature of the industry that they're in, right? Like I've never really, I have a LinkedIn profile, but I don't post there on a regular basis because I've never really heard that that's something that people associate looking for real estate agents on. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but that would be an example. Like, I mean, would you just post on there no matter what, even if I don't know. I'm just not
Well,
100%.
what they do is, when people are searching, then they want to find out, well, who is Stephanie Maroney compared to who is Susie Johnson?
True.
So I'm going to go on their Facebook and check them out and see, who they really are.
Yeah.
Eh,
Facebook, I get. Yeah. But LinkedIn, and like I said, I have at the very minimum, I have a profile, but I'm not
Okay.
active on there. So do you think I should be?
Well, you can be so easily with what we're going to go through
Right.
that now we're going to go, hey, did you see us in the news? Because now we're going to be on patch. We're going to be in the news every day, right?
Right.
Business. So all of a sudden we got great headlines because it's all about that. It's about
Mm-hmm.
catching them. And hey, I know media. I love media. I know how to use media to sell your house. That kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that's what I want. Because one thing to understand is there is no inner circle. People think, how do I get in that inner circle? There really isn't an inner circle. What it really is knowing how to walk the walk and talk the talk. And when you can do that comfortably, people know. They just know, oh, okay, you get it. You're savvy. You're with it.
Right.
You're in the know, and then they just accept you because you know what to say and how to say it. So let's see what else. Okay, so I'm going through education. Oh, I know. I need to see what I need to do based on yesterday and every day is I need to create a complete organization system because the worst thing in the world in business and media is to be what's called a black hole where information goes in, but it never comes back out. It doesn't flow. You have to keep the information flowing. So what I need to do is and I've already got the procedures to do it. I got everything to do it. I just have to do it. So when I get inundated with massive amounts of information every day, which I intend to put myself in a position to do that, then I have to be able to have a system so very quickly I can go, okay, this is now a course. This is now over here. This is now available. This is now in the YouTube channel. So I have to be able to move it around and organize it to make it available to everybody very, very quickly. So that's the task. That's the mission I'm on. So let's get started with today. Unless you have any quick questions,
Nope. Nope. I think I'm good.
you're good. Okay. So now the name of this from now on, and the reason it is this is story sharing daily, is for a reason. Let me see. Did I not pull it up right? Let me get my Chrome open properly. Stop share so I can see it. Is when we are reaching out to people, we want to come off as very inviting and non-threatening so that we can easily invite people with no hint of any, salesmanship or anything. So story sharing daily is simple. It's not anything it's a greeting meeting. We're sharing our stories. We're doing it together. We're doing it better together. And I met you at a networking event, Billy Joe Bob. And so I'd like to invite you to a story sharing daily meeting. We get together, we network, and we share our stories. So here's how I've broken up because people like to learn things in parts of three. And the other thing I did is I came up with, and Oxford loved this, two paddles. This one and this one. Okay. So when I talk about the story, I'll be talking about, okay, part number one is the story to make it clear. This is now what we're talking about. And when I'm talking about the launch, the deployment of the story, I'll be talking about part number two, because you have to have two parts of the story and the deployment of it, the launch of it. So, and
Okay.
this is like a demonstration way of doing it. Okay. So now we have over here, and as number one is story sharing daily on the AI Super Campus. And I created this website, Story Sharing Daily, that the first thing is your story. And then the second thing is story sharing and daily. So, like business, you can do it. I'm here 7 days a week because that's just me, but people can come 5 days a week, 3 days a week. And so I have story sharing daily on the Super Campus. And then for okay, so I'm going to get into the story part later because I want to start with what you already have. Why reinvent the wheel until we have tested it and observed the reaction to your current story? So whatever your current story is, we want to go to Patch. Oh, and look at here, here's Stephanie Maroney with
I
her.
got a new ad put on there. I wanted to switch it up in my last few months.
Did you do it yourself or did you get to your salesperson? Did you have any connection with them?
You mean at Patch? No, I had to give it to Patch and they gave it to their team to put it up. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
got through to them to do that.
Yes, of course, it's never gone smoothly with Patch. It took like 3 days and a
I get
different,
it.
you gave us the wrong size. It's like, this is the size you told us, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's up now. I think it looks great. I wanted to switch it out just to kind of catch people's eye. So I like it.
I did too. I did too. It's beautiful. I mean, it's like, who like paradise, I mean,
Yeah,
who doesn't like that? So
thanks. I need
graphic.
to test it and make sure it goes through to my video. I haven't done that yet, actually. I'm going to
Oh
write
yeah,
that down.
yeah. Let's test it.
Well,
There it does.
okay, good, 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 good. Yay, they did it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So, and
Okay.
there's you, folks. So this is on YouTube. So
Yeah, with
lots
the
of
arrow
fun,
on
huh?
my face.
Exactly. So, okay, cool. So we're going to be talking about this, and then now let me go back here. Yeah. Okay. So here we are on Patch because now I'm talking to the YouTube audience. Okay, with you. Okay, and with me is my current co-host Stephanie Maroney. Stephanie, welcome. So
Thank
we're
you.
going to be talking about story sharing daily and inviting people to launch their story every single day. Now, Stephanie is launching her real estate business in Benicia, California, using multiple places and boosting her story on Patch News Media, which is local news. And it's really cool because it's hyper local. So I used to advertise everywhere, Wall Street Journal, local newspapers, USA Today, and no matter what people were reading, they always read the classifieds just to look for something new, whatever it was. And so we have a classified ad right here, grow your business and join new and free story sharing daily meetings together at 8 a.m. every morning. So we launch on that. And now here we are in our story about story sharing daily. And this is a little bit about me, my background in media. I've been at this for decades. And I live a quarter century resident of Lafayette. And I've covered them across the political spectrum. As you can see, there's Oprah Winfrey to Donald Trump and everybody in between. So this is my media background, and now I want to help people to share their story. If it's through media, if it is through advertising, free publicity, whatever it is. So this is part of it. Now, what you can do, now I'm going to be sharing my story. Okay, the story of sharing story sharing daily and the AI Super Campus. But we're also sharing your stories in both Patch and in our meetings every day at 8 on the YouTube channel. So just like you've met Stephanie Maroney, you've met me, and you're going to meet other people. This is my daily YouTube course recording session that I invite people to attend, to drop in, ask me questions, ask Stephanie questions, about her experience with Patch, about real estate, about Benicia, those kind of things. And what we want to do is we want to reach out to the local communities around us. So, and basically the other one that I realized, Stephanie, as to help people understand what is AI, I coined the term copy and paste AI. And I realized that really is the entire essence of AI. Because what AI actually does, it goes out and it grabs stuff from all over the web and all over the world, and it copies it, it grabs it, and it brings it together into a response when you post on it. It's just, it's great because you know what it does? It copies the stuff that has risen to the top, that is the most visible. That's what you want to do. You want to copy a successful model. So if you see somebody that is a model in business, don't reinvent the wheel. Copy what they're doing, as much as you can. So that's why copy and paste is so important and so simple. And it is basically the best practice of the day. That is what is happening. Now, to keep it human and keep it real, we have to treat it like broadcasting. So we have to keep, the stars and their personalities up front, just like this. We got to keep the people, just like you have to have the people in broadcasting, because I explain to people don't watch TV. What? They watch shows, they watch programs, they watch the people they like. That's what they watch. So that's why we have to keep the people into the story on AI. AI is like media. AI is media. It's just a new form of media. So look how easily we can copy and paste, and you're going to learn how to do this stuff yourself. But you can actually just take the ad. I can repurpose the ad, and I'm going to do that right now because I'm going to be fine-tuning the ad, and I'm going to be showing folks how to fine-tune their story at the end of this. But now let's go to the Patch homepage. And let's go to classified ads right here. So if you haven't signed up for Patch, folks, what you really want to do is get your own account like I've got mine. So I can ask Patch and tell Patch really what hyper local stories I want about my town, which happens to be Lafayette. I can write articles, I can post events, I can post classified ads for free in my town. I can't do it in Stephanie's town. She can post free ads in her town. I can post free ads in my town. So I copied and pasted that. So now let's go and paste tomorrow's meeting. So I just click on classified ads. I'm going to go to event because I could choose classified over here. If I wanted to sell a course, I could do it there, or I can post an event here, and I copied and pasted the description. Now I should be able to paste it in, and there you have it. And look, it even grabbed the picture. I mean, can that be easier?
So you you grabbed you grabbed it from the Patch and put it in the classified in the Patch?
Yep.
I'm confused.
You're just That's exactly what I did. So I went to yesterday's Patch ad. I opened it. I copied and pasted it. And then I opened classified advertising, and I can paste it again.
Right.
So it's constantly new and updated.
On the top. You just want it always to be at the top. That's why you redo the same thing every day. Okay. So you're not doing a new, like, okay. Again, I don't know why this is so hard for me to grasp, but
no.
this is the
what
event.
we talked about is osmosis, and you see
repetition. Yeah. Repetition.
Shock and repetition.
Yeah. Shock and repetition. So I get what you're doing. You're reposting your event so that it's always at the top. And then again, I guess the storytelling piece of it,
Okay, I'm going to get to that in the end because we're
Okay.
going to start with your story. Now, let's say you just did this, okay, for this event. But now at the top of the new posting, this is where you can customize it. So now you've just posted it. So there's a reason that you posted it for networkers, but now you can write in your own copy. Anything you want to say about Stephanie Maroney here, inviting you to blah, 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 or add your new picture. You can add your picture right in there. So you can really customize this. Do you see what I mean? For Benicia.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, patch readers of Benicia. So you can
Right.
post that. You can customize that. And I'd like to invite you guys to this event by my friend Mike Hayes, or to your own event or whatever you want to do.
Right. Okay. So, and I don't, I obviously haven't told you this. My initial thought, and as I mentioned, I think on our last call, is of course, home values, as we spoke about in La Miranda, are 2x what they are in Benicia. So I've been trying to keep a foothold in La Miranda, to get bigger sales. And so I've been wrestling with it because most of my business, of course, is in Benicia, but it's probably 50% Benicia and then 50% everywhere else, in all honesty. So what, I don't know. I'm just sort of on the fence. Do I just say uncle and just focus, like switch my community on the patch? Because you're right, you can only have one community or they start charging you. And that's what happened last week when I tried to post that. And
Yeah.
I had registered as Benicia as being my community, and then I went to try to post something on La Miranda patch, and they're $2 a day or whatever, which is a nominal amount, and I plan on doing that. But it was just a test, an experiment. So I did go back into my profile and switch it to La Miranda. But if we're both trying to get people, and we're both posting the same thing to the same patch, that doesn't really make sense, does it? Should I just
Yes.
switch to Benicia, or what's
No,
your
it
thoughts on
does.
that?
Okay, it does make sense, but you have to understand there's a one and a two here. Okay, so let me explain the one and the two of this. Okay, so number one is the posting. But what is the purpose of the posting? To get them to come here. Number two. So the idea is you use number one to get them to show up here in this meeting. And so when multiple people are posting in Benicia, trying to get them to come here to this meeting, number two, then when we all meet here, you are meeting with people from La Miranda.
Except for the people that I've invited on Benicia patch are going to be from Benicia most likely. But you're saying
Right.
your people that you've
Yeah,
invited. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
exactly.
and Liz, I invited Liz this morning, and she didn't reply, but she'll let's see if she no, not yet. But
But
she's from Lafayette too. So if she's doing that, she'll be trying to get, reach her people. But okay, I get
this
it.
this is where we all come together. It's this number two. It's the cause and effect. The effect is to get people to come here from Lafayette that you can meet. And now when you're talking to them, hey folks, you're in Lafayette, great. I'm over here in Benicia. Guess what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. No, I absolutely do. It is.
So
It's
that's where
getting. I get it.
we're all building this community together, and this is where it all comes together. Or in a networking event or wherever we want to, but this is where we all come together to launch our stores and where we all have something in common. We want to grow our businesses, so we're all coming together with ideas and thoughts and masterminds and launching and all the different things from multiple places. So because groups either grow or shrink, they never stay the same. So if you are not constantly seeding the group with new people, it will keep growing or it will shrink if you are not bringing in new people to it for people to meet. So we want to make sure that we are always growing the group right here all coming together and mastermind with new ideas, new people, new ways to launch it every day, and really being current, meeting new people. So and so is great. Now I want to reach out to them and follow up about Lafayette, what they're doing there, what we're doing
Yeah.
over in Benicia. Boom. So
Got it. Got it.
it, is it that starting to make sense now?
It does. Yeah, absolutely does. So I think I will. That all said, I think I will switch my community back to Benicia and just post there.
Yeah,
Because I can
that's
only,
really
unless
all
I,
you
and I,
need
like
to
I
do.
can pay to post otherwhere. But just while I'm getting used to all this and getting started, I think that I'll Benicia will be my community. Okay,
I
and then
would
we're.
do that.
Mhm.
I'm encouraging people to do that, to try it before you buy it, because when you start spending money, you start getting into even a small hole. You want to stay even, right?
Right.
And so then everything is up. You don't want to have to get back to even. You want to, move up. So start free, fine tune it, grow
Yeah.
the group, and we'll be talking to people, networking, meeting people, and by the end of each day, we are theoretically really ready to rock and roll. And each day we're motivated, we're up, we're already networking, and our blood's flowing, and there's all kinds of things I can bring in to the groups for motivation and everything else. So then what we want to do is let's finish the ad. So and then I'm gonna show the ultimate launcher, because it's not just patch. We got to remember it's story sharing. So I'm just gonna grab this title right here. I'm gonna leave it there because frequency and reach and repetition is not a bad thing. So I can
Yeah.
just copy and paste it right there. Today is September 4th, so I'm going to make it September 5th. On Thursday, I'm going to make it at 8 a.m. And this is what we are all doing to get more people to our meeting, our co-op meeting here. And eventually think about, we could even do co-op ads, display ads that we all do together. To everybody kicks in $10 or whatever, and all of a sudden we all buy a display ad in patch. I mean, there's so many things that we can do together. uh,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? And so it's really a collective of opportunities. Now I think I've got everything. We'll see when I hit next. It will tell me if I've done everything or not. Now, see, you could add a image. You could put your personalized information up here, and even add your new photo, saying, "Hey, I'm Stephanie. I'd love to have you come to this meeting. Look who I'm working with." That
Right.
kind of thing. And so now
Yeah.
we go to next. And now we've decided that for now, we're just going to post the event. And now we're going to launch it on social media, because once we post it, now look what we get to do. This is, again, we go back to copy and paste. So what I can do is I can take the top of the ad right here. I can copy and paste this. My mouse isn't working for some reason. Let me grab this. There. Okay, now look what I'm going to do with this. I copy and paste this. Now I'm going to Facebook to launch it out to Facebook. And here I go. Now, what's on your mind, Mike? And then I can type, "Did you see us in today's news?" Now I just pasted in the stuff I just copied from the ad. And now, and when you see how it posts, you're going to see why I did that introduction, because it's all about that we were listed in patch, and it'll bring them right back to the patch ad, where they will see the entire patch ad once this actually posts. And it's taken its sweet time, but it takes it right back to the patch ad. And so it gives us that kind of news credibility. Um, and it's also just a super fast way to do it. So I will move on to now you can go to Twitter. Some people don't like Elon Musk, so they don't want to have anything to do with Twitter or X or whatever, but that's an option. You can go there. You can post on LinkedIn, exact same way. Oh, this might be a better example. So I just posted story sharing daily. I've got the link. I can add a little more space, give it a little more white space, make it a little easier to read, and add. I should have copied it. Did you see this in today's news? Oh, what's that all
Hmm.
about? You know, they, it's a mystery. They go, oh, the mind can't resist a mystery. So no, what was that all about? They must have done something to be in the news. Did you see us in today's news?
And do you ever worry about it? It just the copy and paste and the repetition of this getting stale. Like if somebody keeps seeing that same post every single day, it's like, okay, same thing as
Absolutely.
yesterday.
Absolutely. And that's why we're going to be changing the story every day. Once I get everything organized, you know how we can create a new story in an AI minute. So yeah, we can change up the story in a heartbeat. So,
Hmm.
but I'm just doing this for training
I
purposes. So
understand. No, I get it. I get it. I just, yeah, that, like I said, yeah, I've seen it in the patch, and it's just, it's the,
but sometimes it doesn't hurt just because advertising is frequency and reach. So, you might ignore it the first time and go, "Oh, I've seen that again. What's up with that?" And then
yeah,
you're busy, you know what I mean?
yep.
And so, I also don't believe in just overworking, for nothing. You just want to make sure that everything you're doing, makes sense. So,
Hmm.
but it also sets the stage. So when I actually get the post, the bottom of this post in patch, local event, grow your business. Did you see this in the news? Then when they click on this, and I want to finish the post first, it'll take them to the ad. So today, here's our today, here's our news update. Here is today's news update. So now it's like, oh, okay. So they're doing regular news about what they're doing. And now I post it. And now I can post it on Nextdoor, on LinkedIn. I can click on the link. And where's it take us? Right back to our ad. So now every time somebody does that, Stephanie, they're bringing everybody right to your ad.
Got it. I definitely understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're
I'm
you're 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 kind of the big winner in all of this.
No, I'm definitely clear on this part now. And again, I know and then we'll get to the storytelling thing, and I finally have grasped that they're two totally separate things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's why I have the paddles. It does take us all. I'm the same way. I'm no different than anybody else in terms of learning. We all have to learn things. And so now we've got a really cool story. And now before I go to story creation, let me go to hyper targeted story sharing. So now we're going to go to direct response, uh, targeted story sharing. Okay. So now we can share our story every day, highly targeted. And you can go into any one of these phone numbers that's on here. This is mine. Um, for AI business networking, storytelling, education, right on the Experience Lafayette free business directory. So now if I want to go from broadcasting my story out across all of these media platforms to highly targeted story sharing, I can do that right here on any one of these directories with these phone numbers. So when I invite them, I would say something like, hey, I saw you on the Experience Lafayette directory. I get it. I lived in Lafayette forever. I'd love to share with you I'd like to invite you to our story sharing daily meetings. I'd love to meet with you, tell you a little bit about what we're doing with some folks from Lafayette, but also from Benicia and other communities. And we network and we mastermind. And if your copy works, it will work here. If it doesn't work, it won't work anywhere. So you've got to have the right story. Okay. So that's a very important one. And then I also want to share with you, you ask about the content. Okay. So now we're going into number one, uh, the story. And so on the AI Super Campus, you're going to find about creating content in an AI minute. So Hello, learners, and anyone who wants to be more productive. Welcome to an AI Minute from the AI Super Campus. You are watching before your eyes how we are redefining time from a New York minute down to an AI minute. So this is productivity that you are seeing right before your eyes from Gamma. Get Gamma and get going. Course production, communications, sales. You can accomplish virtually anything you want to accomplish. Now you are watching what can be done in 1 single minute of your time. This is an AI minute. This is the productivity of Gamma. And we are helping you to become better communicators, learn about AI, protect yourself in the future, understand what AI can do, and redefine our future. Redefine every moment in your life to save time and make more money. Click the free links below this video. I'm Mike Hayes. Okay, so now we talked about changing your story, and you can do it daily with an AI bot. You can visualize it. You can add visuals to it with Gamma. So this is all part of what we are teaching, coaching, and helping people understand at the AI Super Campus. And what I'm going to do, just so everybody understands, because I realize they're going to have upcoming meetings that are very, very important to all of us that will happen at 8 a.m. Well, I can't be in two places at once, and I certainly don't want to miss an important meeting like the YouTube meeting I went to yesterday. So what I will do, if I can't be here at 8 a.m. daily, just so everybody understands, I will be posting. There's plenty of courses on here for free. You'll have plenty to do every single day. But if I'm not here, get into a course, learn it, follow it, and deploy it, and then write up your questions for, I'll probably be here the next day or, very shortly. I'll try to be here every day when I can. When I can't, just come to the AI Super Campus. If you need to schedule a meeting with me, you can do that one-to-one right at the top of it. You can go to any of these links, and I will post a new course. So as soon as I can, I will update the latest course. I try and update one every day, starting right here. These are the newest courses. This is from September 1st and 2nd. So, and this is September 4th. So I'm going to be updating courses here. You'll always be able to stay current. And then you can come back and talk to me live the next day. So, because I don't want anybody to get close but no cigar. I want you to be able to get all the way through and have a breakthrough, so that you get to the gold ring, to really
Yep.
complete everything. That's really what it's all about.
Oh, I know. No, like I've said before, I'm pecking away at it, and I'll get there. It's starting to take form for sure, but I know I have to just kind of take it step by step. So I don't get what Gamma is.
Okay.
What's Gamma?
Yeah. Gamma's an app. Okay. It's one of my preferred apps, and I am an affiliate of Gamma. I pay for it. I pay only $15 a month, I think. I think it's $15 a month. I started with a free account. You can start with a free account on Gamma. It's an app. It's an AI app. And when I put as little as one line, it will output an entire story for me. Now, what I've also created is an AI super network of a group of apps, okay? And I posted in all of my interviews that I've done. This is important. That I've done with, and when I interviewed people like Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor and Grant Cardone about real estate and Grant Cardone's story, it was always about keys to success. It wasn't about what they were doing. It was about how did you become successful? What were the steps that you took to make you successful? What did you do specifically? And the best advice I ever got was from a guy who was super rich, but he wasn't famous. But I said, well, what is the key to success? And I'll share this with you because it's kind of funny. And he looks at me, he goes, Mike. And I go, yeah. He goes, you know what the keys to success are? I go, I do. That's what I'm asking you. He goes, you have to do the things it takes to be successful. It's that simple. The people who do those things are successful, and the people who don't aren't. It's that simple. And it's obvious, but you know what? It's another one of an eye-opening moment. I asked a mentor of mine what the key to success was, and he said, it's find a need and fill it. And I go, oh, yeah. We all know that, Jack. Come on. And he goes, Mike, it's find a need and fill it. So sometimes we go past the things that are there. They're right in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we just speed past it. We don't think about it. We don't take it in. We don't do it.
Right.
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 And so sometimes we have to stop and go, okay, I've gone past my destination. I need to stop here and start again, fresh here, doing it right this time. Just like I'm backing up on YouTube. I have to back up and relaunch I just change it around the way it's launched. Because I launched my YouTube channel too fast without taking care of all of the fundamentals. Okay. So we are all in the same seats here. I am a student and teacher. You are a student and teacher. You're a teacher of real estate, but I'm just like you. I struggle with things. You struggle with things. And by working together, we share our struggles. I don't want to be up on a pedestal. I really don't. I love working in the trenches with people. In fact, when I had 28 employees, I was miserable because I wasn't on the front lines.
Yeah.
In the trenches. I wasn't doing what got me there and what I love doing. And so I cut back my staff down to 8 and then finally 6. And I helped them all find jobs in the industry. But I had to get back to my core where I was really happy and effective.
Yep.
And I became far more successful, being small, than having this gigantic overhead that was killing me and getting me unfocused. And that's why companies fail. So what I wanted to do was to create the having the same earning potential of doing $1 million a year, but without the overhead and without the distractions and the staff. And now in the era of AI, that's what I've been focusing on is how can I have the same earning potential, but without, having the burden of the overhead and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been able to do. So I think I covered some of the core things for today.
Yeah.
I want to get you out there doing your thing, you know what I mean? Sharing your story, practicing, coming back. I'll be organizing all day.
Great.
I've had great stuff to get organized and up and into the super campus, but I hope I've answered your questions for today and gotten
Absolutely. Yeah.
clear.
Yeah. That is helpful. I have some more clarity, and I think I made the decision to switch over to Benicia, and then post that and try to start recruiting people to get on this. And remind me that super networking thing. You said it's what, Mondays and Fridays at noon, and it's just it's a separate platform than this.
I'll be putting those events into the calendar on the super campus. I just have so many things to do. But I will try to get those posted today if I can, because that's an important one. Just always tell them that Mike Hayes sent you, please. Very, very important. And
Yep.
that will get you a warm introduction. And one thing I would like to do, I'm trying to think of a way to make this as powerful for networking as I can. And what I was thinking was, I might put in some sort of a procedure of this, that the way to get into this story sharing daily group, Susie Johnson, is you and I have to have, Stephanie and I have to have a greeting meeting. Susie and Stephanie meet so that I can introduce you to the group. So that kind of creates a greeting meeting for you and Susie. And then you come in and go, hey, everybody, I've got Susie here. Welcome to the group, Susie, and want to give you a warm welcome. And then you guys have kind of made that connection yourself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of making that kind of a procedure, that we like to have warm introductions, because this is the era of testimonials. So when Susie is getting a testimonial because Stephanie knows her from Benicia, but we don't, then that makes Susie's introduction warmer and friendlier and a testimonial. And I might make that a procedure. So
it would, and so for me, it would be you, and we would just coordinate that the day that I would come on the first time, you would get on with me and introduce me. And then after that, I'm sort of introduced to the group and like that. And then I would bring people in.
Yeah. We all bring people in, and every time we bring them in, we want to say to them when we reach out to them, okay, let me use my paddles again for clarity. So I am person number one, and I am talking to person number two. And I say to person number two, I want to meet you. So when you and I go to the group together, I can introduce you to the group.
Yep.
And that's gotten you a greeting meeting with them. That's the purpose, right? Now we've accomplished something right up front, just like the introduction. And then they get a warm introduction into the group because you introduced them to the group.
Got it. Yep.
Aren't these paddles great?
They're so fun. Are those pickleball paddles?
They are pickleball paddles. Exactly.
So fun. That's great. So, all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it really helps me to tell the stories. You know what I mean? It really.
Oh, yeah. So very interesting. All right. Well, do my best to be on tomorrow, and we'll keep on carrying on.